So I can principle. So recently, I have been reading this book by Mark Manson, and it is about hope. The book about hope. So, in his book, he mentioned a thing called we should see things as what is and not what it should be. So I kind of just go off and gave it some thought. I was like, hmm, what does that actually mean? What do you mean seeing things as what is? Like, do I just see this as a phone and not a device that I can contact friend with or something along those lines? And recently, I honestly been struggling with kind of knowing where to go and hoping where to go. Reading that book tell me that you should never really rely on hope because hope is expectation to the future of something will happen. And that, in simple term, there was a lot of chapter. I recommend you reading a book. In simple term, he said that when you have hope in something, you are not really living in the moment that you are. You are living in a future, and that future may never inevitably come. You will be left to be disappointed because human live on this baseline. So happy, 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 happy. No, or not even like okay, normal, 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 normal seven. Every day they are normal seven. So normal, normal seven. They get married. Oh, spike, and then they drop back down. Normal, normal, normal. Someone die. Oh, drop down and then right back up. Normal, normal. So no matter the circumstances, human will be at baseline of seven, and that is normal. But the funny thing about that is our brain always keep chasing that 10. You keep thinking, oh, if I get that job, I'll finally be happy. I'll be happy. I'll get to a 10 and I'll stay at a 10. That never happened. Your your life would just change relatively to your circumstances. So the moment that you achieve that goal, buying that new house, okay, that's bike, and then you'll get used to it, to the normal, normal. So you will never be getting that 10. And the thing about hope is you will spend your day hoping that you get to that 10. So this is where I decide to think of this principle that just been thinking about is so I can. So what I mean by that and so I can is in the past month or so, I've been going on a cut. And after examining, so I was just going to the gym every single day, was putting in the work, trying to get lean, eating trash diet, and I was putting myself in a situation where, okay, I need to kind of suffer so I can get lead. Okay, and then what? So I can get girls. That was the ultimate end goal. The so I can principle is that if you are doing something for your own good, for you as an end, so so I can get leaner. Okay, that's fine. But the moment that you turn your, hey, I will go to the gym so I can get leaner, I get leaner so I can get girls. That's when you are no longer the end. You are a means to an end. The end is to get girls. This happened, and that is not how it's supposed to be. You never should use someone as a mean, because the moment that you use a person or yourself as a mean, you are going to be suffering because you are never the end. If you were the end, and once you reach that end, you'll be happy. Simple as that. So I've been thinking, if my goal to go cutting was so that I can get girls, I'm trading my suffering to achieve something else that is not beneficial. Not even, I'll say not beneficial, but not with myself in mind at the end. And in his book, he described there's sort of three level of matureness. First one is when you're a child. The only thing that a child um, is concerned about is if this food is good or if this food is bad. There's only good and bad in their mind. Um, like if they eat ice cream that make them feel good, that's good. If they touch a stove that hurt, they won't touch it again. That's the only thing where child is at. And a lot of people will have good parents. They will be up to the adolescent stage. And adolescent stage is when they trade something for something else. So there's an exchange. So a lot of people will suffer of going to gym, or they go to the gym. Instead of the joy for going to gym, they'll suffer to go to the gym to get girls. So there's an exchange, and that suffering will be worth it. Or for they will put in the time and learn for school in hope of a job. In hope. In hope. Or they will go and start a business in hope of making more money. That's an exchange. That's what the adolescent mindset is. They see things as it should be, not as what is. And he described that in the last stage where you are a adult. So how an adult think is they have values that they stand by and see that values for what is. So they will give love for just they can give love. Not okay, they will give love so that they will receive some love back. They will respect someone just because so they can respect. Not oh they respect someone so they can bring them more money. That's what being an adult is. And the so I can is just essentially a check. So the so I can principle, I think, is just essentially a check of where your goals is. So for me, if I was going to the gym, so I can just enjoy the gym, that's the ultimate goals for every this. You work so you can work. That's the ultimate goals. That's the ultimate happiness. Because if you are doing the thing for the sake of just doing it, there are no other reason that you can be unhappy because you are doing the thing that is your end goal, right? So if you are working on a business and you are just solely working on a business just for the sake of working on the business, then you wouldn't care if your business go up, down, or turn around in circle. It doesn't matter. You are already having that end goal, and that's the point. That's where I want to get to. And there are a different level as you move up from adolescent to adult. For me, I still can't grasp that you can just do something for the sake of doing that thing. It just doesn't make sense to me. First, I have been to the point where I can do the thing for the sake of myself. That's that's something I can grasp, where I am not using other people or myself as a mean um, to achieve something. That's something I can grasp. But just doing something for the sake of something is basically the end goal for me. Because if you are just walking for the sake of walking, then there's no reason for you to be unhappy. Or, yeah, you would just be what is, not what it should be. So that is the level that I'm trying to get to. The part where so I can do something for the sake of doing instead of so I can make more money, so I can have a better life. That is in hope of something for doing um, the activity of now and trading for the future. So yeah, that's what I'm essentially trying to get to. And it still confused me a lot because it just still doesn't make sense. And I'll be honest, that doesn't make sense. In any sense, that still doesn't make sense in my head. So maybe I'll get to a place where I can really understand that. Okay, um, I would just do the. I understand the concept of it. I understand the concept. You must do something for what it is because that is the end goal. And being the end goal, you won't be stand to be disappointed for the upcoming future, or you won't be hopeful for the upcoming future because you're already doing the thing that you want to do right now. Just doesn't get. I just still don't understand how someone could not think of the future. So as someone who just overthink a lot, like myself, just thinking of the future make more sense. But yeah, I am at a level so I can just think about what what means I'm using it to get to the end. And I guess that's a starting point for me to kind of move up to eventually saying that okay, I would just go on a walk for the sake of going on a walk. That'd be sick. But other than that, enough ranting. About that later.